Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fucking shit. Let's just show this camera test.
Jesus.
God damn.
Lord have mercy.
Someone just threw themselves out the window. Okay, so Dana.
First of all, I'm just so glad you got the clothing memo.
Oh, this is dark blue. And I have this nice watch. So I thought I had to cut the sleeves off my shirt so you could see it better.
Oh, it's dark blue. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're black.
So we don't look alike.
I honestly get so much flack on the YouTube about we look the same that I do not wear a black t-shirt because I know you wear one. So I try to stay away from your turf.
I just bought 2 white t-shirts at the Gap. And I was thinking I might wear a white t-shirt at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't wear white ever because it makes me too pale.
What? Well, I know what you mean. It looks really good on me. I don't know why, if I do say so myself. I bought the t-shirts and I was ready to purchase them in about a minute and a half. And then they pitched me signing up for the rest of my life.
Oh, wait, you mean in the store?
Yeah, right at the point of purchase. I went to Banana Republic and they said instead of 600, it'll be 300 and it'll only take a couple of minutes.
Dude, you know what's worth $300? Not giving your email to someone.
Because forever?
They go, if we could just grab, sometimes just for free. Do we have your email? I go, fuck, I hope not. And they're like, you just want to throw your email down here? No, kind of. And then I go, why? Just so we have it. I'm like, fuck, how about for $5,000? You can have my email to ruin my life and constantly spam.
And can we have your cell phone number?
Yeah, give me your cell phone.
Yeah, could I have your email and cell phone? And they do it real casual, just for records.
Can I have your cell phone? So I went to an unnamed store, Ralph Lauren. You know what that is?
I named my 2 stores. I love both stores in case anyone's mad.
I know you blew it because you already trashed them.
Okay.
I went to Ralph Lauren over here in BH.
Fancy.
Yeah, and anyway, I bought the funnier story is I don't have any turtlenecks and it was so freezing on the road. I go, I'm going to buy a turtleneck. I'm going to roll the dice of like fashion. I don't know where turtlenecks fall in the world. Can guys wear them? I don't know. But I found a cool one, then another one, then another one. So I got 3. And they were not cheap. The Beatles
can't. Well, they wore them in 1965. Right. So I'm an audience member now. Will you debut this turtleneck? First of all, explain why it's called a turtleneck. And secondly, will you debut it on this podcast, Superfly?
Oh, that's a great idea. I will when it's not 106 like it is today, but I bought
112.
I will say at least a year ago, and I have not bought. I have the bag of all 3, and I haven't even taken them out of the bag because I'm scared. Mostly because I don't want to mess up my hair, but I will wear them soon, and I will debut it here, and we'll take an audience poll on YouTube.
Can I ask you a question?
Go right ahead.
Did you ever own a Dickie?
Oh, a Dickie.
I had a Madre shirt, a dress shirt. This is 4th grade. And then a Dickie, Madras, whatever.
Whatever. It's like
made in Madrid. Kind of. You say tomato, I say Madrid.
It's kind of faded checkered shirt.
Yeah, kind of. It looked like it was dipped in ink and faded.
Kind of preppy.
Yes. And I had an orange Dickie that would just... For those of you at home that don't know, it's a turtleneck, but it's not a full shirt. It just goes around your neck.
Oh, and then you wear something over like a coat or a sweater. So it looks like you have one under. I mean, I've been tempted by Dickies on Santa Monica behind Okie Dog. But yeah, so I
Well, I love the way you lean in for every punchline.
It's a punchline.
And time to laugh.
Every YouTube freeze frame, you're like this. You do end jokes pretty good because it goes like that.
I got everything I got about how to play this game is from you. I just reflect what you do.
Well, I've got a better camera look today, and I better hear some fucking pause feedback from this.
Well, you're also in a kind of a wider shot.
Yeah,
like this.
We're really trying things. Do you see that shirt? I have some. I can't even point. Where is Heather? I can't see. God, I can't do anything.
Not on camera.
That security shirt is
that
from one of your movies. This is interesting.
One of my movies?
Yep.
So it could only be 3 movies. Security. Oh, Wayne's World.
Yep.
Yeah, because we had all access pass. Yeah.
Why do I
make
have
people happy. This is Garth at 111.
That is a trivia. John Farley gave me that. That was Chris's security shirt in WW2.
This is from one of your movies.
Where I played a llama. Is that garbage? I thought it was a llama figurine. Is it a Kleenex?
It almost looks like a little character, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you, David?
It looks more like it when you turn it sideways. Yeah. That looks like a person. That was when I played Sparks in what, Heather? A video game.
That was Lost and Found, where you're in the parking garage. You ran over that.
That's when I sneezed at your house and I threw it in your truck. What was I going to tell you about?
Everything?
My turtleneck. The story about that was, and I will wear one, is that I bought the turtleneck and the guy goes, I said, I don't want to lug it all the way. I parked too far away. He goes, yeah, just call and we'll run it out back. So I call and the guy's like, Gregory. And I go, hey, were you just the guy that I just saw? Yeah. So I pull out back and he goes, this car's pretty cool. Has it got the old 418? Whatever. So I go, cool. Throw it in. And then then I get a text. I thought it was the store phone. So about an hour later, I get a text. He's like, that car's cool, man. I wish I had one in dark gray. I'm like,
he's calling you at home.
He's texting me. And I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I go, yeah, cool. Got all the T-necks, all good. Like it's a wrap on this back and forth. And then about a week later, he's like, I actually might be leaving this place, going to a new store. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Are we still talking? When did we turn into pen pals? And I'm like, jobs are tricky. I don't know. I think I answered. I don't know why I kept engaging.
It's called block the caller, isn't it? Maybe I missed something.
No, I probably should have stopped talking about. Anyway, let's bring him out. He's my manager.
Anyway,
he manages me now. No, he doesn't. I do. I'm Gervitz. Don't make jokes about that. That's funny. I think he'd do. I think he wouldn't understand the complexities of the job.
People think I'm not managing anymore. That's not a good look at the Beverly Hilton.
Hi, I'm David Spade. I hate money.
I hate money. That's the name of the book.
I don't know. A lot of my clients like to work. They like money. You don't. That's fine.
Yeah. You don't want to go to Anchorage for a one-nighter. I guess you just don't like money.
You don't like to get on a plane.
Would you like to come with me? Anyway, I got to take a call.
Yeah, why don't you? Anyway, patch me through. So what I was going to tell you today, the quick story I didn't tell you the other day on Fly on the Wall, our sister podcast.
That's amazing. We have 2. Can you really give us 2?
And they're all blowing through the roof, breaking
unbelievable
podcast records.
I can't. The numbers are crazy.
Numbers are still trickling in. And so I said that Lovitz and I played golf at Terranea this weekend. And there's a guy that takes you in his shuttle. Sometimes when as I'm telling the story, I realize it's boring, but I'm just going to plow through. There's a guy that takes you.
You got me.
I mean, you don't know what's around the corner.
Well, I just know it's Lovitz and you on a golf course. That could be a movie.
Funny.
You just never leave the golf course.
Every time he gets a decent hit where it goes past the women's tees, he goes, jealous? I'm not that jealous. He hit it about 40 yards. So.
His favorite catchphrase.
Yeah, his favorite catchphrase. And then he goes, I have some movies I want to pitch. Anyway, so we get in a car. They go, to go to lunch, you have to get in this shuttle. And you go over there. Right. So we go to the lunch, boring. We eat. He eats a lot, boring. Then we come back. I pay, boring. And then the shuttle guy's already there. I go, we just called you. He goes, yeah. So I get in and Lovitz is walking up. That's actually good.
Yeah, doing his waddling.
He does like a kind of a jokey walk.
I do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then I get in. The guy, as I'm walking up, he goes, oh, not this guy. So he knows me with the hat and the glasses. He goes, we got to get a picture. I don't care if it's unprofessional.
Your thoughts exactly.
Yeah, I go, I don't care. Let's get a picture.
Yeah.
So he goes, let's get it in the car. I go, all right. So he's in the front, I'm in the back. I give him the obligatory goofy face. Keep it fun, keep it light.
Yeah.
And then Lovitz gets in the front seat, and the guy starts leaving, and he goes, oh, I know this dude too. And he goes, oh, the wrong Missy. And now he's driving, and he's looking back at me, and there's a lady with a baby, and she's like, hey, and he's like, oh, and then he almost hits her. Then he keeps driving because everyone's walking to the restaurant from the resort. And then these two people are walking up, and I go, hey, and he goes, oh, yeah, yeah. He's almost like, fuck them. Like, why are they in my way of the driver that's not looking? So Lovitz goes, look at the road. And he's like, oh, this guy. And then he goes, I can't believe I got David Spade and this guy in the car.
Oh, you're kidding. No, really?
And he hated it.
Oh, my God.
And then he goes, oh, you mean the guy that was in a league of their own? And then the guy that was on SNL and did The Liar?
1986. First one was 1998.
I said he's in a new, not DraftKings, but FanDuel commercial, which is good. He's in a commercial right now.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, yeah, don't forget about that. Do you have a TV? Have you seen it? And so the guy goes, oh, yeah. And then he dumps us off, and he's like, oh, man, I can't believe I was with Spade and this guy. And he goes, let's get a picture, all of us. Me, you, and Spade.
Okay.
So we take a picture. And then when I leave, we all get in our cars. I know Lovitz is fuming. And I go, hey, Lovitz, did you see that the guy almost hit 3 people while you were reading your resume to him?
That's poor John. He's the little engine that could, man. But The Liar was big. And he reminds me of that every time I was number 1.
He reminds you.
Oh,
He likes to tell me he turned down Home Alone. Heather, will you crank that AC?
Have you ever driven through?
You know what movies I turned down? Actually, let's ask him. I told him that we might do a Christmas episode, and he might have to dress as Santa Claus. That was your idea.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I didn't tell him the Santa Claus part, though.
Have you ever driven through Encino, where John grew up, with him, just on a Sunday afternoon? He'll just stop the car, look at like some elementary school, and go, where did the time go?
Those were the days, my friend.
Nursery school, my friend. You were 4 years old. Those were
he wasn't famous. What is he?
I know.
That's the last time I was happy. Anyway.
He's always in a good mood. As long as Jerry's with him.
I got another news story before we get to all the headlines.
I want another story.
They're all stupid. There's a big Taylor Swift drama.
Oh, yeah.
We're very dicey about this.
Right. We don't want to be misquoted. We don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to take a hard position.
We're so edgy, but we don't take any positions about anything.
We can't.
Because we like Taylor Swift, like Kelsey. There was a big thing about Heather is so uncomfortable right now. Are you uncomfortable?
I'm fine.
You're like sleeping with your head on a rock.
Uncomfortable? What?
She's not. Her back hurts. But that's all right.
Oh.
She's here and laughing and in a good mood and looks great. That's all that matters. It's better to look good.
Why don't you marry her?
Than to feel
John
good.
Lovitz. Yeah. Okay.
So Taylor Swift and Kelsey, they had, I think some guys playing a joke. They put out, they go, oh, this is a good trick though. And it was well thought out. They show someone's desk at her PR company and they look through it and says, this is for, Linda. And it's like their fake relationship, how long it has to go, what their contractual obligations are. And then on the 20th of September, they break up. They make these statements. You see this, Heather?
Yes.
So dumb. But it seems so fake. So I think the reason why people are sort of biting on it is because they're looking for trouble. And also, it's one of those things everyone thinks about Hollywood. I'm sure there are those out there. I don't think that's one of them. But I do think there's a lot of matches made for careers.
Yes. And I would say, like, I don't think that they're doing it for that reason. They seem to really like each other. But they both know inside their brain, looking at each other, we don't really need any more publicity. But this has made us global superstars, I think. That's the best Taylor Swift I have.
I thought that was Kelsey.
But it's not like they're doing it for that reason, but it's like, it hasn't been bad for their brand.
No,
it's not,
yes,
doesn't mean it's a plot,
Well, Taylor Swift, who I thought couldn't get any bigger, is a bigger star. And Kelsey is already great looking. He's got all, his life is all green lights, but this just got greener. And so fine. But also, I saw an NFL promo. Oh, Greg, you could almost bring it up. A promo for the first promo of the NFL season of all the teams. Actually, on a side note, too many quick cuts. Maybe I'm getting old. It's too many quick cuts.
Everyone cuts. If
it's like
editors want to cut, and they can't stop.
I can't even focus on where I'm looking, and it's over. And I gotta look over
it's
here.
terrible.
Here's me looking at it. Meanwhile, it's on my phone this big. Where am I looking? It's like Aaron Rodgers, this. But they said somehow, okay, let's watch it. And then I'll tell you the trick.
Okay, here it is. What is it?
Puka Nakua. We've got your Jalen Hurtses. The make out. Okay.
No.
The interesting thing is, aside from you're dizzy right now, probably because it's
yeah, I get the idea, but they're just a big solid beat too fast. That's all. I get the idea of like that, but they went too fast. Oh, we'll get more, and that's okay. They made a mistake. They're going to listen to this next time they do it. They'll slow it down. Slow it down. What's your point?
Because my point of view is, I wish that was played more like the Zapruder tape. I like it nice and slow. I like to go, that's John Kennedy. That's his wife. Here comes the bullet. I mean, at least I understand what's going on. This is blah, blah, blah. So it's like a Pokemon, but also
guess good job. That's hard to land a JFK assassination joke
and not offend everyone.
and not offend the world. That was actually okay. I got it. I said he's going
nice and slow for me, and they also play it in slow motion. So I'm like, bullet, car, the guy in the cowboy hat. So the big comment about that was Taylor Swift is in it 5 times in 1 minute. So
really?
Joe Burrow 0, other famous football players 0. That strikes me as more odd than the fake contract. Because the NFL is not in business with Taylor Swift, per se.
I don't know if it's dudes in a room or with people in a room or AI or whatever, but it is a business. And someone somewhere figured just doing those 5 subliminals, because that's a new audience for them, are Swifties, right? I mean, they probably had a certain amount were NFL fans.
Swifties together are a larger population than the Philippines.
Oh,
I just saw that.
Actually, if you put Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines together, you have 1/10 of the Swifties.
I don't even know what it is.
But I would just say it's a little disrespectful. You think of Joe Burrows. He played in kindergarten, the best player. He played Pop Warner, the best player. High school, the best player. College, the greatest player. Now NFL, one of the all-time greats. Already $200 million contract. Is he in the montage? Getting everyone excited about the next NFL season? No. Is a pop star in there? She didn't ask for it. Yes, but once, right? No, twice. Come on, 3, no more. 4, no, 5. Freaking, even Taylor's mad. If we listen real carefully, because they're in LA right now, you could hear them screaming about that. Just listen.
She's like, cut away from me. My God, I'm not even.
I know. It's not her fault.
That's like one of those things where they just put her in. I think she probably goes, I don't need this extra boost. And then I don't want to give anyone a reason to go, come on, roll their eyes. She's doing just fine. I'm sure she'll be at the first game of the season. Is she going to be? What do you think, Heather? Absolutely. It's the first game of the Chiefs. I think I'll be in Minneapolis. God dang, I want to see it. God dang.
I met an adult woman, or I know is very, very nice person, and her relationship with that couple is profound. and how much she follows it and what she gets out of it.
Oh, she's into it, and she's an adult grown
and how
person.
he is the first man she's ever been with, really knows how to treat her like a man.
I want a man.
And he can protect her. Well, he's 6'5", 280. Yeah, I guess so, but
Right. Well, aren't we all? No.
Hey, in our little frames here, we could be whatever size we want to be. See?
Yeah, I can cause trouble. Okay, other than that, let's get to, I'm looking forward to football though. Let's get to what's our goofy things we have. Oh, I wanted to talk about J-Lo. This sounds like I'm drinking Haterade, which I'm not. I'm drinking water. But J-Lo, you just got, first of all, on the positive side, J-Lo's pretty perfect. No one's arguing that. But when you get a divorce, then you go, all right, I have to show my hot face, my hot ass. Immediately, it's like, okay, it's daily. That's my problem. Love her to death. But we can't miss you if you don't go away. You got to give it a week, solid week. And then, but it's like, look what you're missing. It's one of those, look what you're missing, I think.
Oh, and this is for Ben. I called it wrong with this couple, so I want to apologize. I thought that it looked so much like they were to get divorced that they couldn't be getting divorced.
Because it was so obvious.
It's so obviously, so it couldn't be possible. So I stand corrected. I always wonder how many selfies. Was it spontaneous? And she sent it to her team. Should we use this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, your bathroom selfies, which you'll just send to friends.
Yeah.
Are they advisable? I don't know. But if you think you look good.
I mean, I do the same thing. I stand so you can see my fucking perfect buttocks. I get my makeup nicely. And then I make sure everyone sees my Final Net, my VO5 hairspray. The more interesting thing is to see how many hair things she has down there. She's got Pantene. I see Pert Plus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And that's all intentional. Father Time wins. It's undefeated. So she still looks incredible.
Yeah, she's winning so far though.
54. So I guess if you look that good at 54, yeah, get that lens out.
You've sent me a few bathroom selfies that I'd have to say could use a couple tweaks. I mean, they're all obviously first takes, but
I'm in great shape for the shape I'm in.
All right, next one. We basically show stupid stuff and then we just say the show's over. Oh, this is Burning Man that everyone is like, you got to go to Burning Man in LA. And it's out in the desert and it's, what is it today? 100. Tomorrow it's going to be 101.
Yeah.
And it's 110 out there. And this is, you set up camp and you just do this all day. These are the current, well, this is the other day, but still, everyone wears goggles.
So this isn't Iraq, right? This is not Iraq.
This is Kandahar. There's some of our old tanks and equipment. Yeah, that's the fun. And there's no bands. It's basically, let's just pack our trousers with dirt.
It gets worse than that. I mean, I know people are obsessed with it. I was living up the Bay Area and they'd all take a van up there. And they all say, you want to go, man? Come on, man. Go. I go, well, what's up there? And they said they saw a thing where it's like 6 dudes, totally naked, walking in a line and have either yarn or string or rope tied around their ding-a-wing-a-ding-dongs to the next guy, to the next guy, to the next guy. And then they go, you got to go, man. It's hilarious.
I've already seen puppetry of the penis.
I spit up and I vomited in my throat. I don't want to go to Burning Man.
You don't want to go to Burning Man?
That's a true story, by the way. That's not
yeah. They put yarn around their balls. I know it's not, they have big art installations, but some of those are just like very cool. Like they have a big windmill and you go, no, I don't need to get a sandstorm. I could just watch it through Instagram, but people really get into it. It's drugs are a must.
And it's orgies and it is a lot of that with the desert sand. It's just like, how you doing? I love Burning Man. Me too. Notice I did this act out, but my hair wasn't moving, so it didn't really work.
Also, I do hate, it made me remind when people film stuff and the wind is in their camera. That's one of my things I cannot stand.
The sound?
Yeah. They do have an orgy tent for real. Nothing worse than getting your sandy puss and your balls caked with dirt clots. Oh, get lost. Yeah, people get lost. This is Heather's bringing this breaking news. People get lost and they can't find their way, or they hunker down in the orgy tent because they're the only thing with a generator. And
is there a sign that says
there's an orgy tent for real?
Welcome
and you go
to
in
the
there.
orgy tent. Yeah. And what happens?
We have to test you to make sure you do have an STD.
Because people want to spread those around, right?
Yeah.
It's Burning Man. It's burning everything else too.
Yeah, it's burning crotch.
That's why it's called Burning Man. All the men by the time they leave are burning downstairs. Go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that fun. We're old though. We don't like it. Well, I don't like it.
I don't like going to the desert and then tying my ding-a-wingy-ding-dong to another guy's ding-a-dong-ging-goong.
I'll just stand next to the oven and pour dirt over my head.
Yeah, I'll dig a hole in the mud and stick my head in it. That'd be more fun than Burning Man.
Shave my pubes and stick them with glue on a thing.
Cut my pubes, shape them into the shape of a little seahorse, and try to sell it.
I was about to say, when fucking riffing goes wrong is what I just did. I got stuck and hit a wall. When riffing goes wrong. Here's a clip. All right, so that's that. What's the next one? Burning Man's. Dana's out on Burning Man.
Okay, yeah.
Here's a list of the least attractive hobbies.
Hobbies. Okay.
For men, according to women. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
What do you think of these?
All right. Number one, playing video games.
That's what women think is a turn off to men. Heather, what do you think about that? Is that accurate?
Magic tricks might be higher.
Magic tricks. I like that magic tricks made it this high, even into the list. Who's doing magic tricks? Other than hide the weenie, what's going on out there?
So the amazing Crest never got laid? I mean, what's this say? David Copperfield is not getting that. There's no green room action?
No, but actually, David Blaine does really good ones, and he does very well. So
that guy's amazing. I love
he freaks people out. Collecting figurines, I can see being number 2. Almost could be number 1.
I would put that number 1. There's a lot of women that are now getting into video games. And by the way, Elon Musk plays video games. He's worth $300 billion. So I'm not so sure anymore that has much of an onus on it. You know, it's like a 3-dimensional movie that you're inside of, apparently.
Right. I think 2 things. One is that I think women are saying when it's 12 hours a day, it's a turnoff when the guy's more interested in the game. But I also think when there's so many guns out there and there's so many killings, when you're in a video game pretending to gun down everyone and you're getting really good at it because you do it 12 hours a day for years, going out in the real world, it gets a little blurry that you're doing it and you're really good at it. I think no one talks about that, but borderline political. But it has to be a fact that it's not good for kids to just practice gunning everyone down.
I do believe in education. There'll be more of this learning by, because there are video games where you try to build a civilization and you procure, food and shelter. There are games like that. They're not all, but anyway, so online trolling. So that would eliminate you.
I troll back. People yell at me and I fight back, which is so dumb, but I can't stand it. Gambling, I do for NFL season. And it's a good way to lose money. If you're looking for ways to lose money, that's a good way.
Yeah. I could only gamble when I was highly buzzed. I played blackjack with a few beers in me.
Oh, yeah.
And I would win because it was just play money to me. But the minute you take it seriously, you just feels
well, when
feels
you go
terrible.
to do gigs in Vegas or at casinos, we do a lot of casinos. It's very tempting, but I think the house always wins. They always say building model trains. Is that still it's this big that it's made the list?
I think it's every young man's or a boy's fantasy. And then some, it does go into adulthood to have a giant basement with a model train in there. I think Neil Young owns Lionel Trains or something.
For
When I
real?
did Trapped in Paradise with Nicolas Cage, we all have our hotel rooms. I can't believe we're in this movie. Anyway, he has this giant box in his suite. And this is in the middle of Canada. And I go, what's in there? He goes, you'll find out. So it was a huge model train. His assistant put it together. It was it's just, they're comforting to watch the train go around. I think they're kind of cool.
I mean, yeah.
But if a woman doesn't like it, they maybe
I
feel.
think all of this is like if you spend too much time. Taxidermy makes who the fuck is doing that? I didn't see that. That's kind of interesting. I knew a girl that was related to tax. There was actually a girl in The Bachelor that was into taxidermy.
I find it creepy. I don't know if this goes way back. There was a guy on television named Roy Rogers, and he played a cowboy in the 50s, and he had a a horse named Trigger. And apparently when the horse died, he stuffed it, taxidermied it, and it was like in the foyer of his house.
Oh boy.
Little fun fact. Mm-hmm.
All right. Say it again. Oh, cat ladies. And then they stuff it. Oh boy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind bird watching. I think that one's interesting. I would do that with a girl.
Steve Martin and Owen Wilson did a movie about bird watching. It was
I like
pretty
bird
cool.
watching.
Yeah.
I follow a bird on my Instagram, a bird watching thing.
They asked
Nerd
women to fill out a form of what they found attractive in a man, and most of them just drew a giant dollar sign.
Rude. I thought they drew a picture of me. Oh, there you go. He saved it.
That's my landed a laugh joke.
All right, next one. I like my lighting today. I'm really fucking.
You look good. It's smooth. Yeah.
Let's see if it looks good on the clips on Instagram. That's really where it comes together. Okay, what's this? Couple in Philadelphia. Oh, I just thought this is an interesting story. Accidentally roll into a river while they're having car sex. So here's the reporter telling.
To police, a vehicle was parked along the Kelly Drive in a parking lot.
And this guy keeps jumping
right
in.
near the grandstand curb. What we're looking at right there are the headlights and brake lights of that
They're
vehicle.
safe.
Fully submerged underwater.
So this was at 4:45 this morning.
Yes.
So police say a man and a woman were
they were parked. They said they were parked in the parking lot.
Like we used to say they were parking. This is what when I was growing up, if you were making out in a car,
this guy's like,
we were parking,
keeping it real.
Well, the police said that their car was parked, and
he
that
keeps
somehow,
going back to the police.
They hit the gear shift.
Well, they were parked,
and the car went into
gear
the water.
shift.
So what you're telling me is that these two people were in the back seat of this vehicle.
I didn't say that. I don't have the location of where they were actually sitting in that vehicle.
Well, I do.
They could have been in the front. I mean, if they're messing with the gear, and then the front.
I heard the police. I believe this is in the police road. They were in the back seat of the car when the woman accidentally, I don't know what appendage, engaged the gear. It must have been a stick.
Well,
and the car rolled to the
Grabbed
water.
his stick.
They both got out.
Thank
and
goodness.
were able to swim back to the shore.
Police did say it was either a Range Rover or a Land Rover.
He's trying to get away from
Range
this.
Rover at one point, and
This is the slowest news day in history.
Yeah, according to
I like how the guy name drops his Range Rover too. He's like, man, I had a Range Rover once. Shut the fuck up.
But how?
What'd you say,
I
Heather?
mean, were they dyslexic, or should they go to? And they're parked, and they were in a car. What was it again? I mean, that was like stretch.
Oh, they were like Phil at Phil time. He's like,
we need 2
I learned to
minutes.
drive on a stick shift.
Mhm.
Everyone's like, fucking
And
go to
apparently,
traffic.
they were in the back seat. Did they ever say having sex? Or they just said
It said
making out. Oh.
It said
Oh, the-
X asterisk X. at the
Oh,
top.
I see.
But
How-
that wasn't them. That was the person on the Instagram. But I love that the one guy was trying to keep it just vague, and he's like, "So was it a hand job?" And they're like, "No, no. We are just saying."
And some appendage hit the gear shift. I mean,
Would
how
that
does
be his wiener?
And he's in
No.
the back seat hitting the gear shift knob in the front seat.
And the female anchor is like not the most comfortable. Oh, I've done that a million times. That's because you got to grab the headrest. It works. Range Rover, yes. All right, we'll keep going. We really milked it out of that one.
Okay, I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
Oh, wait. This is an old school one, Dana.
That was good.
I know. It was pretty good. This is an oldie, but this is someone and I hate it because the noises are so gross. This is a newscaster. This is one of the first things I saw online. That she's doing a goofy bit. We're grape stomping up in Napa now. How do you do it? And you just get in here and you squish it. And it goes sideways. All right, let's see. Volume.
Filled with grapes. What kind of grapes?
These are filled with Chamberson grapes, and the winner this Saturday, who's still music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop.
What? Oh dear.
Hard fall.
This is like an SNL. That's Phil Hartman and Nora.
They're doing our job for us.
We're going to make sure she is.
We'll try and
Gus
check
is
on
there.
her and get back to you as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this.
First of all, you think it's a dog. Then you realize it's her.
A dog.
And then you're like, either she's incredibly babyish when it comes to pain, or she's truly hurt.
I think she was hurt. I mean,
what was she falling on? Cement or mud or?
By the way, it was not set up well. I mean, just to be up there, rickety buckets, goofy bit.
It was going to happen.
It was going to happen. And she's like jogging in it, and the lady's like, I wouldn't. She's like, oh.
Oh, the first AD is like, watch this, man. Watch this. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, he's like, 3, 2, 1. I swear it felt like she broke her leg in 8 places. She's like,
it's like she swallowed glass and like, anyway.
Yeah, she landed and swallowed glass.
I'm sure she's fine. I think it was just she was shocked. Dana. She's fine. Who hasn't fallen out of a bucket full of grapes onto the ground?
Thank you. Thank you. All right, what's next?
Mic drop.
What time is it? Oh, we got time for 1 or 2 more.
Okay, and I want to do my the betting thing because maybe at the end.
This is. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that yet. Okay, well this is.
It's a teaser for anyone who's still with us.
Hyundai reveals an electric car, concept car. That looks cool. That's an electric car. It looks like an old Seville or something. I like it.
I like it a lot. You know what? Yeah, I would say vintage stuff, young people like a lot of it because vintage cars were not made for aerodynamics. They were just sort of made to look cool. So the fact this is electric.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
crushed
hip.
velvet. Oh my God. I love it.
Yeah. It looks like a classic like Ford LTD or something.
Biden said the other day that all cars will be driven by your feet like the Flintstones in 2045.
Oh, Jim was a hole in the wall Ford. Yeah. I had a Volkswagen Bug once, and eventually I had to get rid of it because you could see it wore through on the bottom of the Volkswagen Bug.
Oh, really? Because you're stick shift and shit?
Whatever reason, I could have been Fred Flintstone. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's how
It's from too much parking, Heather says. Did you do a lot of parking, Dana?
With a Volkswagen Bug?
Mm-hmm.
You mean to get in the back seat? Are we going back to that clip again?
Yeah, we are.
Well, what I would do is get at the top of a very steep hill, undo the parking brake, and as we go back down, she would fly into the back seat and get frisky.
That's the way to do it. That's not bad. And again, friskiness ensues. Okay, one more. Wait, what was the one I sent?
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, I'll watch this one. Then we'll go to yours, Dana. We'll save the other.
Well, it's just a topic.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. This is just
I find interesting.
A bad luck situation.
Okay.
FedEx guy.
He forgot to put his truck in park, and it actually rolled back and hit
Hits
their car
him
and their house.
Wow.
Don't.
And when the homeowner came out to see what happened, she was not happy. But the craziest part of the video is at the end.
What the
Oh, she's being a little rough on him.
Yeah, I need some information. Yeah. In my car? Yeah.
And while she went back to the house to write down all of his information, he forgot to put the truck in park again. And it rolled away, hitting the neighbor's car.
Oh my God.
Funny.
This poor dude.
Oh
the
my
realization. 3, 2. Oh my God. What a day.
Okay, now I'm a little suspicious about the clip.
Oh, you think it's a fake-o?
Well,
interesting.
What are the odds? He's terrified of it just happening. I'm sure it's a big, giant break. I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one.
Okay. Wow. You're
don't hate me. I'm not cynical.
No, I like that you're really analyzing it because
I just have questions sometimes.
I have questions.
You know, sometimes I got questions. You take everything in life at face value.
Yeah.
Like if you see something, you just believe it.
Yes.
And I'm like, it could be. Optimist.
You're not allowed to ask too many questions.
Yeah. So here was my question for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna.
I like to get you to do it.
Oh, you got questions. He undid the parking brake 2 times.
Do you think it's fake?
Tell the doctor.
Oh, I have to ask the doctor.
I have to tell the doctor.
Okay, go ahead. What is? We're talking about.
My question was: if you're trying to predict who's going to be the next president of the United States, there's the polling, call people, and then there's gambling and Vegas odds and big gambling houses. And apparently, a lot of people think the gambling is more accurate because the stakes are higher than the polling. So it's very interesting.
Well, I will say that Vegas takes it very seriously when they put a line on a football game. It's like 3.5 points, and you can't believe it's that close. And it always comes down to so close to that. It's shocking. They do so much research. So I see what you're saying. Like polling, we talked a while ago where I've never been polled. You've never been polled.
And I've never met anyone who's been polled.
Where is the polling? I know they're legit, but okay. What are you saying, Heather? What do you want me to look at? Oh, I thought you were writing something down. I think that Vegas, the Vegas odds, I don't know what they are right now, but you're talking about the presidential race, right?
Yes. I mean, the cliche is, I don't know if it's true, but they say that Trump always outperforms his polling.
Okay.
Because my thing is like you get cold called, or are you going to vote for Trump? And people just sort of hang up or go, I'm really not at liberty to say. So I don't know. I would go by the Vegas odds because, to your point, they do the research because the stakes are millions of dollars and you can bet almost anything on Vegas. Yeah. I put $1,000 on a 300-1 that Trump during the debate will call Kamala his new nickname. And it's, you're a Kami K Kukala. I'll tell you that. Kami K Kukala.
Kami K Kukala.
You're a Kami K Kukala. She goes, really? What's that? It's your new nickname. But I bet that. I bet those odds.
I bet that she would say unburdened. Even though I don't even know what it means. I bet it's going to pop up.
Well, one thing she does, and I know it's hard to do a woman and her thing, but she does say okay a lot is kind of her catchphrase. Like, I close the border, first of all. Okay. I also would close the border better than anyone else. Okay. So, okay is her new catchphrase. If Maya's listening, she can use.
What about her last speech when she's like, and these unions?
That was funny. And that's been going on for a long time. I mean, John Kerry was this button-down Ivy League guy. I'm John Kerry, right? And he's falling behind George W. Bush, the 2004 presidential. So they put him in, military garb, and they gave him a rifle. And he literally said, remember, he's a total Boston intellectual. He goes, I'm going to go beg me a critter, just to get the rural vote.
To relate.
Elizabeth Warren, they said she's too elite. She's Massachusetts, Boston, whatever. And so she did a video to try to and she says, I'm going to drink me a beer in a minute. I'm gonna drink. And she kept mentioning it. I'm gonna go get me a beer. So
she
Kamala
said
was with an
also,
audience that made her
Elizabeth
change her
Warren
accent.
sang "wet ass pussy" one time at a debate. All the words, and then all the kids are like this. Maybe there's something there.
Yes, George W. Bush said once in one of his trying to reach out to African American audiences, "I like big butts and I cannot lie."
And everyone went, vote. However you vote.
Boop. But Kamake Kukula, if I get that, I'm going to make $100,000.
We'll split it. All right. Well, we'll wrap up, and I'll tell my tour dates, which are.
Let's do it. Don't be shy. You're one of our great stand-ups.
Well, Minneapolis
one of the great
tonight.
Tonight,
Minneapolis, and Indiana.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get it.
I gotcha. Minneapolis,
Boise, Seattle,
great audiences in Minneapolis. I have to say,
Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, West Palm, a lot of Floridas. DavidSpade.com.
Now you got me curious. Mm-hmm. How are you transporting yourself between these bits?
Some in Florida, like our cars. We drive because I don't rent a car. I'm too scared, but. We'll buzz around, and then some, I think Providence, I have a corporate in Boston, then I go up to Providence and whatever, and Connecticut. What's that one? Hartford. So those are always far. I realized I didn't know this year, 80% of the country lives to the east of Texas if you go straight up the middle of the country. 80%. So that's crazy. So that's why all the gigs are back there.
80%? Really? Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Wow. That sounds like a lie? Yeah, it sounds like a lie.
80%. California's pretty populous, but the rest are fucked.
And they said if you take out like California and I think Seattle, then it's only 10% left in the whole country of population. This is all lies, but I mean, I think this is true.
It sounds like it. I would just say that, especially in the Northeast, the Eastern Seaboard, things are kind of squished together. It's kind of like states. You're just talking for a bit, and whoops, you are now in Connecticut. So I think they're
very close together. You can run around and do them. Like here, you got to go all the way to Arizona, go all the way to Utah.
Yeah, you're in Austin, and then the next night Seattle. It's a 2-hour flight. So. I go Denver tour dates.
I got 2 in Denver. I'm going to tape that one, and then I'm going to my last one. I think is Kansas City Chiefs. So I will be there. Taylor probably come. Probably come. They can't go out on. I was going to hit up some of the players. Some have come to the shows when I'm on the road in their cities, and but during the season, Saturday is a tough night for them to go. If it's Friday, maybe.
So you must be crushing. I mean, you've done so many dates in the last year. Are you at your, like, if you athletically,
I'm better now.
You're probably in the pocket because of so many.
I'm better
dates.
now, taping it in Denver, and then I'll take time off, and then I'll come back, first or second quarter. And
that's cool. That I had a bit of a problem with the name of your last special. I felt it was too nondescript and easy to go out of your brain. And it is called...
The last one?
Yeah, the last one.
Oh, Nothing Personal, is it?
Nothing Personal.
Is that it? That escaped my brain. Yeah.
Was it Nothing Personal? Or Not My Problems?
Oh, My Fake Problems is one.
But what was the last one on Netflix?
I think that was Nothing Personal.
Nothing Personal. Okay, so we can have the fans write in if you don't have a name.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But we want to name David's next special. I have something in mind.
Oh, you do?
Well, I know Dana Carvey, but that's self-serving.
That's not
as
bad.
A title of your special.
It's not good.
But I'm sure you have, let's
we'll put it in the YouTube comments. Yeah, because I don't have one yet.
Well, let me ask you a question before we jump off here. What is, off the top of your head, the best name of a special in the last 10 years?
Oh.
I did like Sandler's last one is great. The new one is great. The title of his last one was pretty cool. Certified Fresh. Because I had Critics Choice was the name of one of my specials. And for years people thought I was. Yeah.
Oh, because Adam was getting so many Rotten Tomatoes, he always gets on dragged through the mud,
Certified Fresh.
Which means you got lots of good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
And now his latest special has 90% positive on Rotten Tomatoes. So
I'm sure.
You have to go change.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
That's out now. Check that one out. It's called I Love You.
Check it out. Called I Love You. It's very cool and very different, hilarious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's always got good people involved doing those things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Thanks, Dana. It was nice to meet you. And
enjoy the show tonight. Remember, just try to make the people happy.
I'm running right there from here. Okay. See ya. Bye. This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it. Mm-hmm. You know, I saw at the Oscars, Dana, was Michael Keaton, and he was in the audience. He presented an award, and he also did a little bit, which I thought was pretty funny.
That was funny. Yeah, I liked Danny DeVito and Arnold, and then Danny DeVito goes, Batman, there he is. And then Keaton did the really straight face, held it the whole time. Someone said he just should have mouthed, I'm Batman.
I'm going to ask him about, what's that movie? Not The Paper. There was The Paper, and then there was Spotlight. He's done so many things. What a cool dude. Always in a good movie, always laying low. Got a little bit of mystery to him. I think split after Batman pretty quickly. It was funny when they did that bit at the Oscars. I was like, oh, all these guys have been on. Danny DeVito was just on. Schwarzenegger was on. Michael Keaton. Looking forward to it. I see him out here and there rarely. Always a gentleman. Always takes a second.
He lives in Montana.
He looks like a guy that could have been Costner in Yellowstone.
He's a stand-up, which I'm sure we're going to talk about. He
I'm going to
played
ask
the
him.
Punchline in San Francisco before he got into movies. So that's very interesting. And he hosted SNL twice. I was there the first one.
Oh, yeah?
It's very funny. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
I'm sure he's kicking himself for leaving stand-up and becoming a monster star. I'll ask him. Are you still kicking yourself at not playing fucking Uncle Fucker's Chuckle Hutch in Mississippi?
Yeah, you could have played Sir Laughs a Lot in Des Moines for a long
you could have done
an extra show Saturday.
String of Gutbusters in Tuscaloosa.
Billy's Chuckle Hut in Missoula, Montana. You know, add in that fifth show. Get the vomit off the floor and bring in the horses.
Funny Bone in Nova Scotia.
There is Funny Bones. The funniest one I actually played was the Rib Tickler. The Rib Tickler in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome to the Rib Tickler. Anyway, we've run out of steam, energy,
and Michael Keaton. Here's Michael Keaton to pick up the pace.
I love a hat that makes no statement.
Absolutely. That's me. Right down the middle. Not committed to anything.
Because you don't want to go to an airport and have some funny phrase and funny T-shirt so everyone has an excuse to go, hey, Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm looking at Spades. This is my favorite thing. I was hoping there was a Joe Dirt because I love Joe Dirt. There's a Joe Dirt hat, but on the other side,
there is.
Yeah, but there's also a bottle of Tums.
You fucking asshole.
Whoops. Yeah, he's
not
sensitive.
Supposed to be in frame. Everyone's fired.
Just chug it. Oh, no, those are pills, right?
My set designer's fired. Set deck.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm trying to stay young. What else can I put here that sounds young? There's nothing.
Pepto-Bismol.
Everything's old.
Yeah.
Why am I far away?
I'm heavily medicated myself right now, so I'm feeling real.
So great.
I'm feeling real good.
I'll give Michael a compliment. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? We embarrass our guests with compliments.
Oh,
yeah.
This might be the only compliment.
I've got a few.
But at the Oscars, a great surprise bit and got a fucking laugh. And
Yeah.
Really out of the blue.
That was awesome. Can we see the face just on the Zoom? It was a very...
Yeah, good one. I would have started laughing because it was out of nowhere. And then do they tell you how far ahead do you know about this stuff? And do you ever practice? They just go, this is going to be a thing, play along or don't.
Wow, very good observation. No, I'll tell you what happened. How did this happen? You guys have probably done that or something like it. Then it's kind of horrible, really, because it's hard to go up there and, you've got X amount of seconds to make a thing work. And I wanted to do it because I love Catherine. She's a pal. So they go over everything, and wisely you rehearse it, actually. It's probably smart. And so when I left the rehearsal, because normally I'd go, no, it's a simple thing and we're going to be up and off. Let's not worry about it. But I was smart enough this time to say, I get it. You know where camera is, blah, blah, blah. So I went down to do it. And on the way home, I got a text from Kimmel or Molly or both his wife saying, hey, would you do this one thing? And I had planned to do the thing with Catherine, leave, and then go to one of the parties or something. So I thought, oh, shoot. Okay. And I thought, all right. And then he told me what the bit was. And I thought, oh, that could be kind of funny. And I don't know who that came from, frankly. I don't know if that was something Danny threw out because I saw him there. So anyway, they said, would you do it? And I said, sure. So then this is when show business is truly fun. And I'm sitting there. Oh, boy, this is going to sound so obnoxious because I'm about to name drop my ass off.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Did you say get it out?
Yeah, purge.
Yeah, purge.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm sitting there, ready, and I'm talking literally to Al Pacino, and we're bullshitting and blah, blah, blah. And this guy, because they said you present now at this point, and then about 40 minutes later or whatever, you come back for this segment or
right. They pull you early and go, you're on in an hour and a half. Let's get you backstage.
Yes, normally. Right. So not now. It's like this kid, really great kid, flustered out of his mind, comes over and goes, you got to go. And I go, oh, where? And he goes, and I go, wait for that thing. We're going to go. I go, shit. I go, okay, let's now. He says, yes, now we're going to go see you coming out of commercial or something. So I was smart enough to say, I think, I brought along, I didn't want to just show up like you just saw me a few minutes ago. So I had this thing tied as an ascot to go full Bruce Wayne kind of thing. So I actually had a wardrobe change. So I said, I'm right in the back. There's a plastic thing and there's confusion. I thought, well, it won't work out. Don't worry about it. And all of a sudden, I was like, put it on. And it's so fun because you're walking in and it's panic time. No, get over it. Where's the seat? And this poor kid is sweating bullets. And, you're among all these movie stars and people, and there's mayhem and stuff. And you're thinking, man, I hope this works. And you're kind of pumped, because you go,
here we go.
You get that good nervous thing like, oh, this would be funny if it works, I think.
Yeah.
And then, we discussed like, what do we do? So anyway, it was really fun because then you're sitting there and I knew what I was going to do at that point. So you see the light go off and I just locked in. But my first idea, I said, hey, what do you think of this? I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. I said, what do you think about this? Is this anything? First of all, they were right. They said, no, we think dead stare. And I went, yeah, probably right. Let's do it. But my first idea was, I wondered, they said, you might sit next to Paul Giamatti. And I said, all right, whomever, I'm just going to sit like this. And when they're up there, Danny and Arnold, and they do their thing, I'm just going to be bullshitting to somebody. Like, I'm not even paying attention to the fucking show. You're just talking about shit. And then just kind of look up. Just kind of blow them off like this. But I think the dead stare was probably better.
I don't mind a combo where you're talking and they say Batman's here and you go,
yeah.
And then
Cool.
you just turn straight into him and walk in and they're like, oh shit.
Right.
But whatever you did,
everyone's in on the joke at that moment. So the fact that you're holding it so straight,
so long,
like you're internally laughing yourself, right? It was kind of in your brain. You're going, "This is fucking funny."
It's working.
And the way Danny led into it, they're talking. Hey, he's over there.
Yeah.
It was such a great. The way he leaped on that was perfect.
Yeah.
And what you did was perfect. You stole the Oscars. I'm just saying.
Another favorite part, Michael, is when you're hustling down the stairs, and they're like 30 seconds. So we come back from the break and they're like, which seat is he? and they go to some seat full and go, "Get the fuck out of here!" And they're like, "That's Kate Blanchett." You're like, "Oh no, the one next to you, get out."
You can't ever.
That would have been really funny, right? Throw Kate out.
Yeah, get her out of here. We got a bit. But those unexpected bits are great. Spielberg giving points at himself gets a huge laugh when she said, "I sent my nudes to the wrong person," and he points. That got a good one. But those are kind of, I guess they got to be used sparingly because it's hard to beat them. Like those two.
No, I understand that. You know, when you're there, you can't kind of hear it on monitors, and I didn't really see it. And but it felt like it was when I glanced up at the screen backstage. I thought, I filmed this is pretty good, and as I understand it, was actually a really good show. I saw bits and pieces later.
Okay.
It was.
Okay.
It was. Whoever came up with the idea that the 5 nominees in the audience and then the 5 winners, vet them one at a time, and it was so emotional. They had never done that before, right? It was fantastic. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys would be able to do that. I think Jimmy's great at it. I mean, Crystal was great, man. I mean, but as you can imagine, you guys would know better than I actually. That's somewhat thankless. I don't mean to say that like, oh, fuck them, it's but it is hard. It's really, really, really hard. I would imagine, and the pressure is really on in a ridiculous way,
Right. And he's luckily had all the people on his show usually, so they're giving him a break. Joe Coy had a tougher, came in with a deficit at the Golden Globes because they weren't as familiar, and they were like, win us over. Like, we're stars. And there's a little of that. I think that's real. I would like to do it sometime. I don't know. I think the nerves would be so overwhelming. And Jimmy's very cool about it.
He's done it 4 times.
I think that's the exact thing. Yeah.
But I was there when Anthony Hopkins was up for Hannibal Lecter. And then so Billy comes out. He's wheeled out. He's got the Hannibal Lecter mask on. And then Billy would put himself in film montages. And then Billy was a song and dance man at heart. Titanic is going down. It's going down.
It's going down.
Yeah.
Titanic, it's going down.
I'm sinking. And it was just baggy pants, vaudevillian, and irresistibly entertaining. And someone like Jimmy is a monologist, and he's great at it. But that is a little more nerve-wracking. It's a high wire act. Here's a joke. Here's a joke. Here's a joke. That's nerve-wracking.
Broadway, I can't do it because I don't have the room here, but I used to do that thing, like how people in theater or in Broadway. First of all, a lot of Broadway tunes, if you throw the word "hey" into the front of it, it kind of it's "Hey people,"
Anything's funnier.
Hey, I'm all right. You're all right. Tonight.
Or even more vague. Hey, Christmas, you're coming around. Oh, are you talking to Christmas?
And then 10 people dressed as Christmas trees. We're a tree, you're a tree. I love Broadway. What can I tell you?
And that's the attitude. You both clicked into the attitude. It's like, look out, world. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I was always thrown out by musicals. I wasn't, because they'd be talking in a movie. And then all of a sudden they'd be going, pass the butter today. We need butter. And I'm 7 years old going, what? You can do this? People just break out into songs?
Right. I remember I loved Westerns as a kid.
Okay. Favorite one. We're fairly in the same.
Lonely Are the Brave. Probably Kirk Douglas.
Adult or as a kid, I remember seeing
board.
The Sons of Katie Elder as a kid. And that was like, cool. I saw it in the theater when I was like 7 or something. The Sons of Katie Elder.
I would watch. There were certain cowboys I just didn't relate to because they were too clean and neat and cute looking. And I remember watching one, and it was interesting because it was the West, but maybe in the 40s or something, which now I love. And a car pulled up. And I went, wait, whoa, hold on a minute. What's a car doing here?
In 1840.
Yeah. I bet you guys were like me when you watched movies or television shows. There were probably, my guess is you're similar. There were probably things that your little head kind of either couldn't wrap itself around or really got excited about that the average kid probably didn't. Do you know what I mean? Like there were certain shows when in grade school, my friends would do that do what was that? Colonel Klink or something that do Klink.
Hogan's Heroes. Schultz. I see nothing. Yeah. I see nothing. Yep, I remember that one.
Shows that I never all the kids used to love that I never thought were funny, and I always thought, well, I'm the weird one then, but then the ones me and a couple of your buddies really thought were funny. It was like a small group. I'm sure you felt that way, that you had like one or two guys.
Oh, totally. And I had 3 older brothers. The whole house, my younger sister was just mad for movies. In those days, my sister loved Splendor in the Grass so much, and you couldn't VCR it. So we'd wait a year, and then the whole house belonged to Lori with the Splendor in the Grass with Warren Beatty, and she just did pretty. She just did pretty. That's a reference to real. But I'm thinking the one for me that seemed the coolest, I was probably in junior high, was Get Smart.
Me too. That was like, you hit it right on the head. That was my favorite. You know what I think it was? And then there was a thing called... oh shoot, what was that show that I thought was really irreverent? I think it's the irreverent thing that we liked, the making fun of or something, but Get Smart was 100% right there. Yeah.
Well, what about Hogan's Heroes being like, I didn't even understand the theme. I didn't understand how heavy the theme was. And I just thought it was just goofy guys. But when you look at it and you go, wait, what was it about? I didn't know until 5 years ago. I didn't know. I was like, wait, what was it?
I know. Here's a weird one. I never, as a kid, when my friends loved the Three Stooges, I went, well, I didn't believe it. I go, well, that people, here's how weird I was. I go, I'm not in. I'm not in on that. It's silly. It's not like, I don't get it. I'm like, I guess
I know where you're going with this.
Yes. Yep. And as I got older, it fucking kills me. Now I look at it and I go, look at these men. Like, there's always that scene where there was a woman who played the role all the time of the kind of matronly type. And they would say, the scene would be them saying, well, Mrs. Holloway or something, and she'd say, now you 3 boys behave yourselves while you house sit for my home. And watch after my daughters or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to look at these guys. And she played, now listen, fellas, you behave yourselves,
These are the 3 idiots they hire off of Craigslist, these 3 guys. And they can't do anything.
Commit manslaughter toward each other. They get a crowbar, bang, Now go over there and shave the ice, and then he has shaving cream on the ice and he's shaving the ice.
That's right. Giving orders. Some amazing
shave the ice.
Now work on those rocket ships. You too,
They always come back. The boss comes in 5 minutes later. How's things coming along? Well, what have you done here? It's like, you botched the job.
Right. I love them more now. They're more acid humor now.
Me too.
I was Abbott and Costello then, not so much the Three Stooges. Now Three Stooges. It's so avant-garde.
I am so with you. But I always did. I did like Abbott and Costello kind of, and I kind of liked. I kind of got that. I don't know what the
meets Frankenstein. Meets Frankenstein, because in the day the monsters were the monsters of the day. Bela Lugosi and so that was sort of, depending on how old you were, a little bit scary. But how funny, because they in their script they just go A and B ad libs. I mean, the scripts would come out. I know Bobby Slayton, this comedian, famous comedian, owns one of the original scripts of Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein. And it's just A and B ad libs. So you could tell when he comes in, what are you scared of? What'd you see? When he sees someone come out of the coffin, and then the straight man comes in. It's such great. It pops,
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I would love to own one of those. That'd be very cool to have one of those.
Is it a money thing?
I was never afraid of scary things. Things that scared kids never scared me, and I didn't. I went. I know there's no Godzilla. I just know there isn't. I'm such a drag when I think about it. But when I said, my friend, here's a great one. I was raised Catholic, and I was an altar boy, and we were very Catholic and everything. And when The Exorcist came out, I have a friend. In fact, I'm going to see him and visit him because he's an old pal, and he's a real wise guy. Like say. He'd make a comment, and he's a poet, actually, writes beautiful poetry, but he'd like make fun of shit, and be a wise ass all the time. He told me, so he didn't respect anything really. He was really, irreverent. He went to see The Exorcist. It gets to the point where, I don't know, at some point, he gets up and leaves and goes right next door to a bar and like starts drinking whiskey. He was so frightened. It just scared the fuck out of him.
There's not a chance.
Scared the fuck out of me because I didn't even, my friends, high school buddies, let's go in. It's called The Oxorcist or Exorcist, whatever. We come in late. We're in the third row. We don't even know what it is. And it scared the fuck out of us.
Oh, my God.
And then I went home. My parents were in Montana. No one was around. I'm staying in this track home. I go in the door, and we had this little dog, and it's at the top of the stairs, and it's pitch black, and it's going, I mean...
The dog's the devil. My brother
the dog was a devil.
My brother saw it, and I was shitting bricks just hearing it in secondhand, and I've still never seen it. It was too scary.
I'm with you. Yeah.
People wish they hadn't. People go,
Don't
I wish
see
it's
it.
not in my head. There's some things you just don't want rattling around in there. And when they go, it's based on a real story, then I'm out. I don't, though this can happen. Nope.
Okay, let's move to like coolest guy.
No, wait. I have a question about the Oscars, Dane. I have one last about Oscars.
That's right. We got to get back to the guy who stole the show.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Listen to this, Michael.
Yeah.
My advice to you. So you're at the Oscars. So what you probably do is you're there next to like, Margot Robbie or something. And then when they hand the Oscar to someone, you just casually go, oof, those are heavy. And then that denotes that you have won it's just the thing I would do.
Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah. Like just a really low thing. Like,
yeah, heavier than you think. You got to use your traps a little bit and some lats. And then also, was there anyone there? Oh wait,
I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was there anyone backstage who saw this guy and you just for some reason it popped in your head? I'd like to fucking smash that guy in the face. It's just a random thought. You wouldn't act on it, but like that guy has a punchable face.
No, I would. Several. No, nobody.
Yeah,
nobody.
Was
Catherine
there
O'Hara, by the way?
I love Catherine O'Hara. Go ahead, Dave.
I just want to compliment loving her so much as a performer and a person. And I ran into her at this J.J. Abrams event. I barely get out of the house, but I was there. And we're just kidding around. I said, who makes a move in their 60s? I mean, really, this is a few years back. Who makes a move in their 60s? Nobody makes a move in their 60s in show business. And she says, Marty. And then Marty does the thing with Steve Martin, but that she was the one making the move with the half-hour show. What was it called? Schitt's Creek.
Oh, yeah.
She went, blue.
Well, I've loved her forever. And she's kind of a pal, but not kind of a pal. She's a friend of mine. So,
if you meet her for 3 minutes, you want to be her best friend. I mean, it's like
exactly, and she's the nicest girl, best girl. We have a big family too, and we had, we have similar. My mom's Irish, not from Ireland, but so we had a big, that whole thing in our background. But her family, I remember meeting them years ago, and she's just so great. I did this little movie, and I asked if she'd play my wife in this little movie. Griffin Dunn and Amy Robinson, his producing partner, had this little deal for a while where they were doing really small independent movies. And there was a Don DeLillo book called Game 6. And I did it with them, shot it for, nothing. I think, honestly, I'm not kidding. I think it might've been like $600,000 or something like that. And so besides Beetlejuice, I got her to play my wife in this movie. She's great. And that's one reason I wanted to present when it was with her,
Perfect.
Oh, everyone knew. I mean, that are Beetlejuice fans. Like, there they are. We all know the movie's coming out in September. So that's one thing about you. Like, I know you did the Flash. You got in the Batman outfit 30 years later, and I guess it fit. So I'd like to know why and how do you manage your weight? Are you on Ozempic? I mean, what is, like, you could play... You're the same size person. You're pretty fit. So you played Batman 30 years apart.
Yeah, I did. I was kind of half brag. I mean, I was kind of bragging about it, really, but I was making a joke out of it. But I was pretty proud of myself because I thought there's no way this is going to work. Fit right back in. And I thought, wow, I'm a dude, look at me. But what I've learned like a dope on the first one, I thought I better get fit for this thing because we didn't know if the whole idea of the suit, that was that really was the day before my shot in that suit. It hadn't been ready. It wasn't ready yet. So I didn't know how I saw images. Never knew but how is this actually physically going to work, right?
Can you move? Yeah.
I thought, I'm being real actory and everything, and I thought I better be fit for this thing. Never thinking, well, what's the point? I was working on a bag, and Nicholson walks by me, and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, sweating, being real groovy, going, working out, something like that. He goes, "What are you doing that for?" And he just walked out the door.
There's no reason to work out because you're not going tits up. The suit stays on. That was later with Christian Bale was shirtless and did 50 push-ups.
There's no scene that I can recall like that where I'm shirtless or something. But also what I've learned how stupid I was, it's actually easier there's more room to move inside if you're smaller.
Yeah.
So what's the point? I've told the story, but you guys will find this funny. We didn't know if the thing would work. And then it was a whole thing. Geez, how do you light it, and how do you even move in it? Blah blah blah. I'm not going to bore you with how, all that. But there was one of the first shots here. We're still putting this thing together and go, okay, wait, can you even move? And I can move, but I can't sit or whatever. There's a shot where I'm trying to act real cool, and I turn like this. The reason this whole motion started with, I'm supposed to turn, something happens, some bad guy comes out or something, I remember it's long shot. I turn to look at him, lights real cool. And as I turn, I turn this way, and this thing, part of the suit goes, just goes like, whoop, and the suit opened up.
Oh, so it's off your face.
Yeah, because we hadn't figured out how to make it, how to get that whole thing yet. We're all constantly pasting and sticking it. So that's where all that stuff came from. I thought, well, fuck, it's really easier to go like this, and the thing won't pop like that.
Yeah,
and you had so tight. Yeah,
a specific mouth that you would do, right? I mean, when the first Batman came out, just sort of the way you made your mouth when you were in the suit.
Way more credit than I deserve. I just got to put her on.
This is what I would go with, and it'd scare them a little bit. They'd be like, what is that, Captain Curious?" I'm like this. You can't see it on Zoom, and it's so good.
Captain Curious.
What made you guys say, instead of doing either of you could just do your own, but you said, no, we should probably double up here and do this, which for me is a good idea, but I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, I would say known Dana since right before SNL, was a big fan of his, and got on SNL where I was pretty much his understudy, and then and we can't really compete with Dana out there, but Dana did a great job. I left. I would see him here and there, and then I started seeing him more because he lived close by the last couple of years. And we talked a lot about the stuff, and we'd always talk about SNL and just whatever. And I kind of wanted to do one of these, and then I thought I wanted to team up with someone that's funny, that can share. And then also he has his own people that love him, and just sort of a wider net. And then it's more fun, and it's easier to talk. And Dana's a smart dude.
Such a good idea. It's so smart. That's interesting. You were not... What do you mean an understudy?
Well, Dana was doing so well, but he might not have been there forever. You have your shelf life, and then Lauren, I sort of looked like him and just coincidentally was a little like him. But I wasn't like a big impressionist. And then Lauren, I think, to Dana was playing a little like, we got this guy right here.
Oh, Lauren would say, because David would sit behind me and read through, and I look over and Lauren, David's always on deck. He'll always be ready. If anything happens, if maybe not going to do it, if that catchphrase starts to fade away,
we own it.
David will be right there. And by the way, he has tried on the church lady dress, and it fits like a fucking glove. Michael Keaton is here. Just you as a host. At the Monday meeting. Michael Keaton is here. He's our favorite freaky dude. But also, we have the same manager, David and I, about getting put together. And then podcasts became all the thing. First, they were just sort of fun.
I don't even have a manager.
And then there was like, you don't have a manager?
You've been paying him for 22 years, Mike.
Now, we should talk about a little project at some point. Your Knox goes away.
Yeah, I directed this movie. It's good, but mostly what's good about it is the cast is pretty damn good. It was Pacino and James Harden, Marcia Gay Harden. It's just real. Susie Nakamura. I wanted somebody funny in there. She's real
James
fun.
Marsden.
James Marsden.
James Marsden's from Jury. I just saw him in Jury Duty, right? Is that
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we should talk about that show. So this movie. So like that. I directed before, and this was something I wanted to do, but it was not like I must tell the story. I've been dreaming of this story for years. It was a script that came that was really well written. Kind of sat around the house for a while. I was offered it as an actor, and then went off and did something, came back, picked it up, did something else, came back, and I didn't think anyone was really interested before and then anymore. And they would call me and say, "Hey, what do you think of this? The writer would like to know finally." And I don't blame the guy. And I said, "Yeah, let me read it one more time. I think this is pretty good." And then I said, the only way I want to do this is if I can direct it too. So we started doing it. You know how it works. There was like 24 or 5 days to shoot it. I got this really good cast together, and it's pretty good.
Oh, it's cool. I saw the trailer. It's very cool. It's very interesting. I did not know you directed it. Can you hear that? I did not know you directed it, and now it's even more props to you because right away it's a very interesting story. Could you tell a little bit about it, just so people know?
I'm not good at it. Yeah, here's the setup. Contract killer.
I'll tell you where you're right and wrong.
Thank you.
We'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
I could say it really fast.
Please.
I think it has an incredible hook. If you could call it a hook,
And
but
if you guys could travel with me while I sell this thing and just pitch in. This guy is a contract killer, hitman if you want, but it's not really a hitman movie at all, actually. So he's got this form of dementia called Creutzfeldt Jakob, which is also a good name for a comedy team. Now that I hear Mike,
or forward in the NBA.
That's right. Another Eastern European
from Lithuania, Krzysztof Rotrop.
Another Eastern European, and it's an actual disease, and it goes fast. Once you're diagnosed, there's not much time. And James Marsden plays my kid, and out of the blue, I get this news that I've got it. So you had the ticking clock thing, and out of nowhere, it's a great shot, by the way. I'm very proud of it. I hear something at the door. I start to slowly walk out the door. A really beautiful shot comes down, and the door swings open, and you see Marsden there, who is unbelievably good in this movie. Like his hands wrapped, sweating bullets, emotional, kind of crying. And I go, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And it turns out he's my son. And so he comes back he's in big trouble. And so it's this thing of me trying to pull this deal off. I'm speaking in a way where I don't tip too much of it, trying to pull this deal off with Marsden's character before I'm totally gone. So I progressively get worse as I try to basically get him out of the jam, to put it mildly. And Marsden, I keep saying this, and I need to stop saying it. I go, wait till people see James Marsden in this. They're gonna be knocked out. Truth is, I don't think actors will be. I think people will go, yeah, I knew the guy could do it. I've seen a lot of this stuff, and it's harder for some of those handsome boys, to break through that thing. And
I know.
Dead to Me. Well, he was so brilliant in Dead to Me. Amazing. And I think that what I love about this, and it must have been interesting, a challenge for you, is you take a guy who's a hitman, and he's a badass. He's got his wits. It's that's the way I see it. And then slowly but surely, it's like Superman having a little bit of kryptonite in his spandex. Slowly but surely, he's losing his superpower. And so, there's a race against time. Is that kind of the engine of it? And you had to play this little demented, little more demented, little more demented.
Shot everything out of order, especially when you only have 24 days. No luxury to say, well, we need to shoot in order. So I was always checking. And here's what I wouldn't do again. I actually like directing myself. I've done it twice now. And 3 times when I did the Letterman thing, the Letterman Film Festival that you guys I'm sure have seen. But you save a lot of time. But the problem, what I wouldn't do this again. I wouldn't play the lead this hard, this complex, where you go, wait, where am I now? What am I doing now? How bad off am I? It's like when I did Multiplicity. That's a show in and of itself we should do, because making that was insane and so much fun. But you'll appreciate this. Sorry to go off. I really should be selling this movie better.
Five characters. 5 or
was there
how
more?
many? 10?
And I didn't want to do the fat suit thing or the change the makeup thing. Like, wow, now he's got a big nose. I wanted to do, if he's just off a little, except for the one guy who goes totally off. And I totally stole from Jerry Lewis on that. But if you go off a little, he's just off a little bit, but how he would do it, you're the perfect 2 people to talk to about this. There'd be a ping pong ball and a stand, a light stand or something, and you're off it. And then we hired a couple of these young actors who were great if I needed something to bounce off of. But while I was doing it, if I was like, let's say I was playing 3, who was the real sensitive guy, I'd think of an idea, knowing I'm going to be around the other side talking to one of my other guys, and I go, so I'd have to set myself up ahead of time. So in the script,
to react on the other side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking, and then you go, wait, we might not shoot that for a week. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I'm going, whoa, man, I got to remember that thing. How did I do that? Or I'd make a note or something. Did you guys work? Are you a writer downer? Like Chris Rock is so unbelievably organized. His work ethic is so good, I think, from what I know of him. But I was listening to Bill Burr talk the other day. He says, I don't do that at all. I just I see something. I don't really go over it in my head. I don't want to write it. I know it. I get up on stage and I just start doing it.
No, not me. Yeah, I write down a lot, and I have to remember inflections. And now I'm gotten to the point where I audio record it because of inflections and a different way to deliver it, so I can remember. And Dana,
for me personally, I think that the style I like to do was really best in small clubs, and the club that made me was San Francisco, in the Haight-Ashbury, the other cafe, because you're playing honky tonk bars and the blender's going, show us your dick, that kind of stuff. But for me, a small room where I'm coming onto this stuff is the most exhilarating. I get the redundancy of stand-up word for word gets really hard for me. So I try to deconstruct it. I try to make myself laugh. I try to surprise myself. But if it is like 2,000 or 3,000 people, I lose a lot. So if I did another stand-up special, I'd want to do it in a really small room, 30 seats, 40 seats. That'd be the best.
Truly. Wow.
I remember when you were headlining the Punchline. They said this guy, Markle Clotton. They never got your name. Markle Clotton is playing the Punchline. Markle Clotton. Who's he? But you were a really great stand-up. I mean, you were a headliner, and
not as good as you guys, because people don't know how hard it is to get to where you guys are, to get that good, how much work there is, and how difficult it is. No one really appreciates. I was on a movie once, long time ago, and this guy goes, we're talking about stand-up or something. And he's an actor, not a famous actor, just some guy playing, and he's talking, and I never forget this. He said it like this. He said, he said, yeah, I never did stand-up. I didn't say anything, but I thought, dude, you have no fucking idea how hard it is to get to the level. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I probably could have done it if I wanted,
They don't understand because they're funny at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And then they don't know to be funny on demand when you have a migraine and you just bit your tongue and you're so bored and you're tired. And then you got to go out and dismantle the room. That takes a long time.
And you remember when there were like 11 stand-ups? Now there's 11 in my house somewhere. Garage.
Well, influencers go out, young women or men, and they do the 2 minutes. They put it on YouTube, and then they try to put them at the Chuckle Hut in Fresno, and they're going to do an hour, and it doesn't work.
Like people now in comedy, don't you think? And really good stand-ups, like really, really a lot. You would think that couldn't happen, just the numbers wouldn't work, but there are. They really are.
People are getting good at it.
Yeah.
Michael, is this I think I've asked you this just out in the world, but was one of your jokes, what if it's bad and I say it's you, but I like it where you say I landed in Minnesota and it was 3 degrees. I was like, why be any?
I actually landed somewhere today. It was 1 degree. One. I said, why have any?
I say that so much. I try to attribute it to you. Sometimes it slips my mind. But overall,
wait a minute. I had a joke like that, or it wasn't near as good. But how did people reminisce in the year 2? God, remember early 1?
Right.
Let's go back to those days.
Yeah, I used to say
kind of joke.
I was shitty at jokes though. I never really told jokes really well.
You were a rhythm actor guy. You know, you did that. You did the gangster guy, which Lovett said it was you later on, but whatever. But I know that you did that kind of, that's the guy. That's the ticket, right? You did characters, attitudes.
30s line. I remember writing down, go 30 in old movies, got a guy's line. Poor guy. Everybody was beaten up over that. I thought, please let this man off the hook. The thing he does is probably his own thing. I have no idea. Anyway, I should be probably selling my movie more. I'm sorry I'm bad at this, but it's really good. I hope everybody goes. I'd love talking to you guys about this stuff.
Well, by the way, selling it, I think you've sold this hook because when I saw the trailer, I don't want to know anything else. I'm just like, I'm already in. Like, I don't want to know all the tricks because you'll start to figure it out maybe. But also, I ran into Mila Kunis 2 nights ago. Are you doing something with Mila?
It's actually a comedy. It's not hard comedy. She's a really nice woman. And Hallie Myers, who's Nancy Myers' daughter, wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's this really nice little movie. It's softish, you know, very kind of emotional but sweet, and it's really good. This woman, Hallie, is so interesting. She's really smart, and she so loves comedy, and she's very old school. She loves old classic movies, and she's young. I mean, she's in her 30s, I think. And here's what's really funny. I was actually talking with Marty Short. I was at her mom's party once. I don't go to a lot of parties, but I was at her mom's party once, right up the road here one time. And she said, come here, I want you to meet my daughter. And she was like a teenager. And so she, this kid was like 14, 15 years old at the time. And she was a massive fan. Like she knew everything I did. And she was shy and everything. And she said, no, she said, this girl's like your number one fan. She's like a little kid. And then she ended up directing, which is kind of cool.
And then you get to be in something with you. Yeah. And Nancy, who was one of the best ever.
Of that genre, did she do, what was the Diane Keaton movie with Sam Shepard? She goes out in the country. Sorry. Do we have a winner? But I think it was a Nancy Myers. She makes pretty movies that were just so irresistible. Yeah.
No, so many.
Mama, baby, something. I can't. My wife's not here. Anyway, here's a question I have for you. It might be a non sequitur. How much, if they could do a movie with AI where they would make a virtual you, but you didn't have to be in it, how much would they have to pay you for you to give them permission?
Whole lot. And you know what?
A whole lot.
A guy I know who was way ahead of this years ago. In fact, another friend of mine, I'm going to see him here in a couple of days, hit me to this so long ago, said, here's what's going to happen. And he totally called it. And this was like, I'm telling you, he said this to me 20 years. I'll bet you 20 years or more.
Wow. So scale plus 10? I had another thing for Michael. I know we're grading his nerves, but it's almost over. When I just rewatched, actually just asked Adam about the Farley bit where you beat the shit out of him. So
grandma and a boy, whatever, you and Chris and Adam, and the dress rehearsal is on YouTube, which is next level. But also the way you beat the shit out of Farley. And the way Farley would throw his body around, that sketch, watch it this morning. It is irresistibly funny. And talk about Three Stooges. You're grabbing his nose at one point. Was that your idea?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things I ever did. I've never been good on that show particularly. There are a couple shots here and there, but I was never really very good on it, really. I don't think. But that was so so fun. And that group of you guys was really fun, nice, welcoming group of guys. But I would tell you this, and not to get that Spade. Well, first of all, you guys make me so fucking happy when I watch you. You make me laugh so hard. I thought, how great is it that I get to hang out and talk to these guys? Because I don't see you in life that often. I run to a Spade down there. And all you guys have done, I mean, honestly, Dana, you make me laugh so fucking hard. It's crazy. And Spade, you did something one time. Everybody goes through some up and down stuff, right? And I was in not a great spot, right? 1, 2, row, up, and a happy guy there for a minute. And my wonderful older sister who passed away came out. She was hanging out with me because she was feeling bad for me. And she said, let's go to the movies. She talked me into going to the movies. I said, I don't know. I wasn't moping. I'm not a moper. I was like, no, go. Yeah, it's kind of like keeping it all into my unhealthy self. and I said, all right, let's go see fucking Tommy Boy. Man, it's hard to get funnier than that. Right? Don't you think?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I think in its own world, it's a perfect movie.
And I thought, man, how lucky am I? So that picked me up for about an hour. After that, I was pretty much back down.
Well, when you have a 40-year career, I don't know when your first movie, like 81, 82. Ron Howard, by the way, what's the deal with that guy? I mean, come on. No.
Such an asshole.
The Dalai Lama decided to be a director. That's the way I describe Ron Howard's vibe. But when you have a 45-year career, you have to have some dips. Even Jimmy Stewart and Henry Fonda did sitcoms in the early 70s.
I just was I wasn't career-wise. I don't really think of
it's just things. A bad mental place.
Yeah,
Dana.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think of I was never like a career guy, except that I'm a shitty card player and horrible. Like, I don't even know how to play. I don't know how to gamble. Really, I can play blackjack because that's not too hard to understand. But I'm horrible. But with me, like taking risks and stuff, never even thought about it. Don't even think about it. I go, yeah, I'll take a shot.
Never
at that.
Look back.
Yeah. Which is stupid, basically. But I always gambled on myself, so I never looked at like, oh boy, this is not. I mean, I'm nuts. I look at something and hope it really does well, or sometimes you do it because you go, I could financially really do well here if this does well, or I haven't. But mostly it was about, wow, I never did that, or I wonder if I could do that, or that's pretty interesting. I really miss doing a comedy. That I miss a lot, but it's just hard to find one that's really funny. Well,
I think that people from afar feel that about you. Like you're not like a celebrity, and that's different than being a great, funny, dramatic actor with a career. There's no sense, And when I'm looking at your Wikipedia page, you go, oh, that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you did that, and then you've got Dope Sick, and you get the Emmy for that, and it's been remarkably consistent now that you see it and varied. But I want to ask you this one question. There is, in my mind, what I call a sleeper movie. It's not necessarily a blockbuster. A sleeper movie is when your friends are coming over, relatives, and you go, let's put on a movie. Have you ever seen this movie? And they're going to like it. And you have a sleeper movie. Every time I've said to someone, we're looking for something to watch tonight, and it's an easy movie to watch, I go, watch The Founder. You knew it?
You knew he was going to say it.
Every time they go, oh my God, The Founder. And even recently in the last few months, thank you. It's so good. You get to learn all about McDonald's. It's a true story.
I'm going to watch
and
it.
you are, I assume you would feel it like just so in the pocket. You're like the guy. And that the fact they got you to play Ray Kroc, it's the kind of thing where you go, nah, no one else could have played it as good as Keaton in that particular part. And I say the same thing to Owen Wilson. His sleeper movie, but maybe it's a little more high profile, is Midnight in Paris, especially with women. I mean, if you have not seen Midnight in Paris, watch that movie. But The Founder is yours.
Yeah, I really like that movie. Proud of it. And that was Harvey Weinstein totally burying it because he was caught up, and this before he was exposed and all that. But he kind of downplayed it, and people were screaming at him, angry. Some of the executives, he wasn't pushing it enough, and I remember everybody getting excited about it. I said, let me tell you, you can say it to his face because Billy Bob Thornton did this. Billy Bob Thornton once directly said to him, called him every name right to his face. You pig, you liar, you thing, you're this. And I said, you can say anything you want to this guy. Trust me when I tell you. There's no, he'll just look at you and go, hey, want to grab some lunch? He could not care less. He could not care less. I swear to you. So I said, he ain't going to do anything if he doesn't want to do it. I never cared for him personally, but I said, don't get excited about it. He's, this is it.
Whatever happened to that guy, Harvey Weinstein? Whatever happened?
He's got he's got a deli, I think.
Michael, I would never compare careers, but I've done movies, and the sort of Dana put it in a nice way because it's a great movie. But when people say one's about me, they go, the one I actually liked. And then I go, that you can stop there. I don't want to know.
No, I don't want to know. Like some guy came up to me. One guy once said to me, hey, I really enthusiastically too. Hey, I really like some of your movies.
That's pretty good.
What are they?
I'll take that, actually. You shouldn't take that. I'll take it. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that about Tommy Boy because like you in that sketch that you did and you on the show, I think you did one called Darty Eyes too, maybe. But when you get that close to the Farley and in the pocket like that, it's just so fucking fun. It was just a gift. And you got to do it too. It's so fun.
And you really, I don't want to repeat myself, but you just beat the hell out of me. But,
it made it even funnier. And Farley loves that. Hit me harder, Michael.
Come on. Yeah, right. There's no harder.
Yeah. Which, could be examined by shrinks, I'm sure.
And that was like a Three Stooges sketch in the sense you're coming out. What's going on? What the hell's going on here? And then you just beat the shit out of Farley. Go back to the room. Then you come in the G-string with the leopard G-string. What the hell's going on here?
It's called Bobby Watches Grandma on YouTube.
It's
Michael. Thank you. You're a stud, and look for both movies. And Beetlejuice, of course, in September.
Yeah, get a meal after. All right, fellas. Thank you very much.
We enjoyed it.
See you.
Take care,
buddy.
Michael.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all the stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman.